Hello, my name is Liza, and today I'd like to share with you how I created my Coastal Farmhouse Decorative Tray. Originally, I was going to make one of the pizza pan wall hangers, but I thought I'd step it up a notch. I wanted a little something to put out on my lanai for decoration and possibly to use. I also added a base that holds some faux succulents. So what you're going to need from the Dollar Tree are one of the metal pizza pans. I used a splatter screen only to cut my circle, so you just need something to trace. Placemat of your choice, some nautical rope. I also used this thinner rope, which I got in the hardware section of Walmart. Some wooden beads and some floral wire. One of these plastic serving dishes from Dollar Tree. And a plastic luncheon plate, also from Dollar Tree. And a few succulents to put inside your dish. The first thing I did was I used my splatter screen and traced out what I wanted to cut out. It will fit perfectly almost inside the pizza pan. So here you can see I cut it out, and only the very top and the very bottom are flat, but it's okay because we're going to be covering that up with rope. So here you can see how perfectly it does fit. I did end up painting just the outside edges with chalk paint, my pizza pan. Probably don't need to if you cover it up well, but I just wanted it just to be safe. I also used tacky glue to attach my placemat to my pizza pan once the paint was dry. And I took out all my pots and I laid them inside my pizza pan just for some weight until it was dry. I heard people say it was bubbling up and I didn't want mine to bubble up. Then I started hot gluing at the flat section of the placemat the nautical rope all the way around, and I did 4 rows of nautical rope. Next, I created the handles for my tray, and I cut a piece of floral wire that was long enough to go underneath the tray and be 2 handles. So that was the left, and here you can see, and that's where I ended up cutting it off. I attached the 2 pieces together just with some pliers. I just kept wrapping it. But before I did that, of course, I did add my beads. I did 12 on one handle and 12 on the other, but that will depend on the size of your beads. I also just did a little curly cue in the wire just so that they wouldn't slide around. At this point is where I attached the 2 ends of the wire together with my pliers. I laid it underneath the tray just to make sure that it would fit, and then I started to hot glue it underneath the pan. I started by hot gluing the handle on one side, and I was just patient and let the Gorilla Hot Glue dry. I did use Gorilla Hot Glue because it is the strongest. And then I started to just hot glue the wire to the bottom of the tray just for extra security. But just be sure to keep a big enough separation so that you'll be able to hot glue your bowl in later. Once your handles are on, then just take the thinner of the rope, and I just wrapped it underneath the bead of the handle and then all the way around the perimeter just to finish it off. Next, I took some beach sand that I had laying around because I do live in Florida. I laid it on the bottom of my lunch plate, and then I laid in some succulents. And I just made sure that the bowl, when I flipped it over on top, would fit, that the succulents weren't too tall. I took some hot glue and I hot glued the bowl onto the lunch plate all the way around. We don't want to lose any sand now, do we? And then I also hot glued rope along that bead that we just did on the lunch plate and the bowl, just to cover up the hot glue. And then I attached my pizza pan to the bowl with more hot glue, and my project was complete. I have it sitting out on my lanai. I added a DollarTree vase with some of those floral beads and some seashells and another piece of succulent and one of those giant knots from Target, and I called it a day. I hope you enjoyed my projects. If you did, please give my video a thumbs up, leave me a comment, and as always, if you aren't already subscribing, please consider doing so. I'll be back again soon with another project. Thanks for watching. Take care.